Well, one of us has to change, John.
Uh, damn.
No way you're using the same hero monkey as me.
I used Sod on release.
You know what? Fine, I'm gonna use fat pussy.
No, I'll switch. It's fine.
Alright, fine, I won't use fat pussy.
I got monkey books. I'm gonna try this new guy. I know what they do.
No, you know what? Eric wants me to use Godzilla, so
There's a Godzilla monkey?
it's fat pussy with the Godzilla skin.
There we go.
Oh wait, do we have to
Hi.
collab again?
Yes. I just started streaming again.
Ah.
Oh wait, we have to collab again? Are we canceling it? Do I need to play something else?
No, we could collab. I'm just streaming boons while you're fixing your stuff.
Okay.
I got a VRB again for a minute.
Thanks. Okay, let me
Place your free dart monkey, John.
round 3,000. No more McDonald's, Mike. No. That was so bad. I'm so sorry. What am I looking for? The game. What was that? What was that?
Those balloons.
It was the glue monkey.
Yeah. You wouldn't get it. You're not a monkey like us.
No, I'm a fox.
Would you like to be a monkey?
I'm happy as a fox. It's
Wait, there's a cowboy monkey now? Ooh. Alright, just you wait. I'm
okay.
about to have my
I'm
most
sharing our
optimal-
chat again.
Hello. Hello, share chat.
Whoa. What am I doing? My brain turned
There's
off.
where is he? This guy.
Oh, my activity feed. That's where it is. That's what I was doing.
Look.
I accidentally got rid of it.
So you see, chat, for the dart monkey, you want to use focus fire right away, so the spread doesn't go as far. You see, dart monkey is very optimal in maps that have straightaways.
I think you mean darling.
Are we listening to a
monkeys.
balloons tutorial right now?
You know, I need to talk to I need to be engaged with my chat as I'm playing this game.
You do need to be engaging. You're doing a great
You're
job.
engaged?
You're engaged?
Not yet.
Congratulations!
Whoa!
Congrats.
I'm too broke to be engaged.
That's not how that works.
But like, what I want to have like a
Rings
nice
cost
like,
money.
yeah, wedding, nice cute wedding.
You
It
can be
costs
engaged
money.
and not get married for like a little while.
Wait, question,
right.
guys. What's the longest you would allow your partner to be like just dating, like as your girlfriend, boyfriend?
Like 5
You know,
years.
I was gonna say 5 as well.
Okay.
I feel with how the way the economy is, like, like just being like quote unquote dating for like a long time, it should be fine.
I think in my head it's like YOLO, right? Like
YOLO.
there's like you only have so much time, and if you plan on getting married, then
Mm.
you may as well actually do it. But I do understand the circumstances are a thing, but getting engaged is free. You're basically like at that point married without the legal benefits.
But you need to buy a ring.
You can honestly, you can propose with like a $5
You're gonna get a
ring.
ring pop.
Honestly, yeah, no,
I
I've seen
don't
that.
think
You don't have to have
I
like
don't
something
think
really
some girls
expensive or
would like
fancy.
that.
Listen, if the person that I plan to marry doesn't accept my proposal by ring pop, then not for me.
Good
They
I
should
point.
feel like my
honestly.
girlfriend wouldn't mind, like
Hmm?
I think my girlfriend wouldn't mind, like, if it's not, like, a crazy expensive, like, ring. I think it's
Wait,
more of, like,
Ripper,
the
you can't
thought
say you have a
that counts.
girlfriend on stream. All their social friends hate
They're
you.
playing boons because they
Oh,
hate
shit,
me.
yeah, they're paying for the boyfriend experience.
Oh wait, are you
Oh
already
my
in Backrooms,
god.
Ochi?
Yes. I haven't sent
Oh,
invites
Ripper, we
yet,
should
but you
probably
guys
leave.
were like in a match, so I just assumed you would leave after.
Oh, no, we're just waiting for you to get ready and stuff. We can
Oh.
stop this
Yeah,
whenever.
yeah, we can go. We can go.
Okay, I lost my activity feed. I don't know where that is.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching the Bloon stream. Bye, see you next time.
Backrooms.
Alright, welcome stream to my new stream of the day.
Okay.
He's such a streaming talent.
I know, right?
Streams multiple games in one day.
Variety streamer? Whoa.
Oh,
I could only be a variety streamer. I would not be tied down to one game.
God no. Huzzah!
Is your in-game mic fixed,
I
Ochi?
really pray it is.
I disabled the other one. So it shouldn't connect to anything at all.
My headphones are
Oh,
on.
yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and mute on
Okay.
Discord.
Yay, yay.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. For some
Hold
reason,
on.
it doesn't want to capture Backrooms.
Oh my
I do have it
God.
as a game browser.
Oh.
It should
He
be.
had it up 2 seconds ago.
I had it up earlier.
Did you not delete it? If you didn't delete it, it should just
No.
automatically pull up.
It just grayed out.
Oh.
Like I see it in
Oh.
OBS, it's just grayed out.
You might
Oh.
have to re-put it back in.
How do I do this? Now I'm having technical difficulties. Fuck.
It's not just me.
Oh, guys, we're only an hour behind schedule.
Only an hour? That's fantastic.
Only an hour.
Yeah, only an hour. It's okay. While you figure that out, it gives me time to find where the heck I put my activity feed. I tried moving it and then it disappeared. Oh, is it behind? No, it's not.
One day we'll get this down.
One day. When we're professional
Not today.
streamers. No. I may just be scuffed forever. I don't know.
I'm gonna be scuffed forever, that's for sure.
That's okay.
Now Ochi can stream balloons while Ripper's doing this.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Alright, now it pops up.
You got it?
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna mute you guys on Discord. Bye bye.
Okay.
Hi. Let me do that as well. I actually... Stefan, blah, blah, blah. Docs. Here we go. Got it. Hello?
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 Are you meant to be
Hello?
deafened,
Hello?
Ochi?
Huh?
Are you meant to be deafened?
In Discord?
Yeah, now your PNG won't move around when you speak.
Oh, I forgot. I gotta turn you
She's
guys
not a
down.
professional.
Yeah.
I'm turning all of you down.
Ah.
Okay, there we go. My bad.
3 weeks and we're only getting worse.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
Uh,
this is the most stuff we get.
I was so excited. I was like, man, I'm gonna have a really like smooth stream. Or oops, I'm gonna have a really smooth stream. Blah 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 blah. No. Oh shit! I forgot it was this level.
We're back in the cave.
A Santa outfit.
Hello, no.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
Damn.
You have to be a pro Backrooms gamer like I am to know.
Dang.
Well, you have a Santa outfit.
Yeah, there's literally a customization thing in the starting menu, guys. You could pick your outfits.
Oh,
Now we have to
Oh.
go back.
I'd rather not. If I can help it.
Now we have to go back.
We only
Oh.
have 2 hours left, guys, before Ochi's like, I'm burnt out, I'm burnt to a crisp, I have to end stream now.
No! I actually. Why do I have so much fucking almond water?
Because we didn't die last time.
Oh.
Yeah, the water
Um,
level was pretty chill.
Yeah. Actually, I don't have anything going on tomorrow. So
Oh.
You what?
I don't have anything going on tomorrow. So I think we can do a longer stream if we want to.
So you're saying we beat the game
Oh, wait,
today?
this is
Oh wait, no.
We could.
Maddie has plans.
Oh,
I do have plans,
You're
but it's
right, no,
okay.
you're
They
right.
can wait.
Hey, dude.
they can wait.
It's not okay. You're gonna make them wait.
You should make them wait.
They knew what they were signing up for. They have the stream link. They
Oh.
can
Wait,
see.
we're-
Oh shit.
Oh. Wait, this is Among Us.
My bad.
Wow. Get ejected.
Yeah, I was playing Loons earlier. Oh,
Yeah, I think your stream still says Bloons Ripper. Unless you changed it, I don't know.
Can I come in, guys?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ripper! Are you losing
What
sanity
an
here?
ad. We are losing sanity.
all right. Hello. I'm back.
Oh my god.
Okay, there we
I
go.
had to pick back that I wasn't playing Loons.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there are ads now. I'm sorry.
Such a greedy streamer.
I know.
You want money?
Yeah.
Oh, Sapex is one of the
Get
people
through
in
it all.
Minecraft, right?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Bro.
I guess now we'll never know.
I guess we have to crouch, guys. Ooh, free almond water. Wonder where that came from. Ooh, free almond water. Where did that came from?
Okay,
He was
bitch.
hoarding
Oh, free
silver.
almond water.
I'll help you get ads
Look at
on your
that.
stream.
Why did you have 5
later.
almond waters, bro?
Yeah, there
worry
being
about
one
that.
like
I
Wait,
got
right
you.
there's
here.
6.
Yeah.
Why?
Totally not the reason I subbed so quickly. That's
My
so
inventory's full. I
real.
can't get any more.
I tried
taking
setting it
them
up,
down.
so instead of I'll have to double check the settings because I did try setting it up so that ads don't start until like 10 minutes
Santa, you
in.
move.
Damn, now Uchi
Um,
can't tell us what to do on this map.
Oh yeah, they're cooked.
It's okay. We're professionals. We've been playing for 3 weeks now.
We are professionals.
What the fuck is that?
Um,
Ew.
I did try changing the settings, so it didn't start
Oh,
until
are they all gone?
like
Damn.
10 minutes in. I like my brain. Oh, here, watch Maddie. I'll be right back. Mimsy wants out.
You make me feel a little funny inside.
Where did John go?
I like
I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, oh.
I'm back. I thought you were gonna carry us some pressure, but you died before we even left this ship, and we did fine. Wow. That's so mean.
Oh.
Guys. Guys.
Oh wow, lava water.
Wait,
There's something out here, guys.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
I did not mean to do that. Hi.
Hi.
No, my streams aren't that delayed. I can hear you stomping around up there.
Recording them.
Well,
Does everyone have walkie-talkies?
that's confirmation, guys. The
Yeah, I
latency's
think-
really good.
Oh my.
Oh. It said use the button to alert enemies for some reason.
But it alarms
They're
alert
gonna
your
love it.
Yeah. Now,
There's
why
a
would
lot
we
of
want to do
splitting
that?
pathways.
Actually, I
I'm so
don't remember
startled
how to
right
do
now.
this level. It took me so long last time.
Are we meant to be exploring?
Good night. I love you
Joe,
too.
I
That's
didn't say
my
what we were-
baby brother.
She died too quickly to explain anything.
I think we're
real.
just trying to find an exit.
They are trying to find an
Yeah.
exit.
There's a lot of caves.
Maybe we follow the mushroom.
I don't think we need to crouch for that long, if I remember correctly.
Mushroom.
I think it's just the beginning with the moth as like a
Oh,
jump scare.
oh, oh.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Please, Rizzy Dad.
Can you say police, Rizzy Dot?
Oh,
I think he's trying to sing.
Are we safe? Can we stop crouching now?
I think
don't
so.
see any bugs.
I'm a.
Another cave. Oh!
I forgot
Don't
that
think we go
happened.
I'm
that
so
way.
glad I did it.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
wow.
that's the
Time to
only exit.
keep going.
Do you get revived in this game? Yeah, so there are
Imagine he's not
revives.
No, I saw
You-
a stream.
Well, not really. Not really revives. You
well.
can, if everybody dies,
I guess
you
we're not meant to
can-
come.
Where are we going?
If everybody dies, you're able to
That's a question.
go through and start again. But you can't
Are
get
you
get
dead?
revived.
Can we go here?
That was their only way
No.
over
Damn.
there.
Invisible wall.
I'm
block.
really happy that they haven't really encountered any mimics.
So we do have to explore. Man,
No,
Oh,
that was the
God.
exit.
we can't really stay crouched though, because we're gonna lose sanity. The longer
That was
we're
the
here.
exit.
Oh yeah.
Oh
shit,
no.
shit. Oh my god, yeah.
Hi, welcome in. Is there lore in the game? I'm not sure. I think there may be a little bit of lore. It's mostly just the backrooms, right? So it's I think it follows that pretty well. It doesn't follow like an alternate. I'm sorry, it's so late and my brain's kind of off. It doesn't really follow an alternate storyline. From what I'm familiar with, it's just the like
I don't know the
general
crazy.
backrooms.
Oh god. Drink up. Thank god we have 1,000.
I'm on my
armor.
last water.
Thank god we have one more
They
armor
totally
water.
they found the exit. I'm shocked they haven't run into any mimics.
I don't even remember where we came from. I feel like we're just backtracking.
Oh wait, I can text
This
in
is
chat.
a different path we didn't take. Kill yourself. Oh wait, no, this just loops back.
That
So
way. I
we
think
are
went
backtracking.
back.
She wants
I
us to
don't know
kill
where this
ourselves
is.
though.
So
But then you
government
lose all
CIA
the
cover up, and you're trying to
you lose all
escape.
the
Okay,
stuff.
yeah,
Well, yeah.
basically. I think backrooms wise,
Maybe
it
the
is just a
exit
liminal
was-
space.
Liberal to
So one of those like you clip
True.
through the back rooms. I'm not the best at explaining, but I would recommend looking into the back rooms because I love it. Definitely up there on one of my favorite
I
things.
doubt they would soft lock
I
the game
personally,
like
That would be
that. There has
real
to be
awesome.
another, right? There has to. Oh, I think I found it.
oh, did they? Is there another way?
I'm so smart.
Oh my. He's an
That's
actual
new.
gamer.
Yeah, I have
Unless
eyes.
unless that's always been there. It actually, I think it actually used to just soft lock the game. Did that work?
Bum, 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 bum.
Where the flip are we?
Do it, chat. This is not
Why
it.
is there a light there? Why is the light moving? Why is there a person there?
Oh, hello?
Maybe that wasn't the exit. I swear
Oh,
it was.
I don't like that.
Curious. Maybe that's a survivor telling us to go here.
Is that Rupa? Rupa?
No, Rupert dead.
Hello, hello, hello.
Maybe he's mine. Oh God.
It's me, guys.
Oh, there's nothing here. Oh no, you're just an imposter, bro. Okay.
Hello.
Why can't I uncrouch?
Excuse me.
Oh god.
Oh God. I think that there was still further to go in
Hey.
here, right? Was there? Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah. Oh, it's walking.
Oh no. I'm just gonna continue on my way.
Are they going backwards?
His flashlight is there.
I hate this.
Oh, I'm going crazy again.
There's a drop. I don't like that.
How do you uncrouch? Oops.
You just let go.
Is mine
Probably
toggle?
because we're under rocks.
Oh, yeah, actually. You're right.
I'm gonna drop down. Okay. There's more mushrooms. Oh shit!
Hey, excuse me.
Motherfucker! Motherfucker, 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 run!
All right, all right. Hey guys.
Oh, what?
Oh.
We're here?
We're at the bridge.
Don't run across the bridge.
Wait,
One person at a time.
I wanna
Do not get on.
I
There was
should've.
a sign.
I didn't read the sign.
I'll flash
So you did
one.
soft lock.
Yeah, it soft locks.
No.
I was really curious when you guys said when you brought up the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it leads over here.
Maybe maybe it's an alternate path.
Yeah.
I was really surprised. I was like, man, that wasn't there before.
Or maybe you've never seen it.
Maybe you
that-
missed it.
That was the other guest. I just never saw it.
Okay.
Okay. Good job, guys.
Now why'd you die?
Wait. That's the end of the level?
Didn't see
That's
it.
the end of the level. Usually it takes a lot longer. You guys actually went through that really quickly. You went through that really quickly.
Well, yeah, we're
Watch
kind
it.
of pro gamers.
Watch it take
Maybe
us
we
to
are
the
gamers.
other side.
There's a
Are you
flashlight
sure it's the
there.
end of the
quiet.
level?
Bad things are gonna be.
Are you sure
This
it's
is
the
where
end
the
of the
bad
level?
things are.
Are you sure?
I thought I was. It's been a while since I played this game.
Yeah, no, this is where we were. We were up on top of there.
Oh yeah, we were.
Oh,
Oh
I
shit.
see.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh god. Oh my god. Who didn't make it?
We all made it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, Rupert's not here.
Excuse me.
How come there's no counterplay to these guys? What? I can't move.
Get out of my way.
Move your asses!
You felt that scream? Yeah. Hey, let's go through the tunnel.
That screw was fucking priceless.
Wait, one at a time, right?
Yeah, one at a time.
Oh,
Holy
is
shit.
the tunnel actually better?
I don't know. I
It's
didn't
the
know that
same place,
I
no?
existed.
think so.
I didn't know the tunnel existed.
We dodged like 90% of it. We're just that pro-gen that we found the shortcut.
True. Am I too fat to go in now? Oh, I
Yeah.
have to crouch. No? Okay. Left behind. You didn't run through the door. Survival instincts
I
zero.
don't even know where he went.
It was behind us.
That was so funny.
Hello?
Excuse me.
Oh god.
Wait, they can hear us, right?
Excuse me.
I think so.
I don't even know.
I'm
if
not
it
even sure
matters.
anymore. I think they used to be able to hear us.
We have to speak through sign language, guys.
I think Morse code would be more efficient.
Or maybe that's what the walkie-talkies are for. Oh.
I don't know what the walkie-talkies are for at all. Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Isn't that the way we came from?
Yeah, that's where we came. We have to go this way. This is where all the bad things.
Oh yeah, their flashlights are there.
Oh fuck.
Hello?
Ah! Oh, that scared me. I didn't even get jump scared. It fucking scared me. Okay. The scream scared me. I didn't
Oh,
know
is
it was
this
still
the-
behind me.
Oh, there's a flashlight. There's a flashlight.
Fucking.
Last time I played again, I wasn't very good at this level. Everybody else always carried for me. It looks like he's...
Oh god.
I think that's the start.
Which is not this. Oh shit. Is that an enemy?
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, the insanity.
He dead leave? Career? No, I have a
Carrie!
career.
Oh my god. Oh.
A ladder. Or the exit. Is this the exit or is the ladder the exit? There's a door there. Ladder. Okay.
Oh God.
Sayonara, suckers.
I did the same thing. Hi guys.
Damn sanity.
Wait, what? We're back
that's
here?
for level 1.
We're back?
I don't have this one memorized.
We're back in the back rooms?
Oh my
What is
god.
that?
Alright.
Welcome. This is not.
Oh no, they're still working on it.
Oh.
We
1,
come
2,
at a
3.
bad time.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh.
You guys left me.
And-
There's
Aren't
a
they
door
understand.
mean?
here. There's instructions over here.
Oh.
There's instructions.
Oh.
We don't read.
Sounds like you're in a sewer.
It says
Oh,
1,
in the
2,
last
3,
level?
corner, locker.
Locker. I
Oh.
hardly even know her. Oh, there's a oh, wait, what is
If
that?
only we had the crowbars from the
I
start
don't
of the
get
game.
the
Symbols.
third. I don't get
I wish the backrooms
What
had
is this?
music. That's to make the lights flicker. Oh, they're the
Dude.
shapes. It was
Yeah.
square, circle, and then
Oh.
Arrow.
arrow. Okay.
I don't get it.
Okay. I don't know what that. Yeah, I don't know what it's meant to be
Jen's
for,
cooking.
but-
It's okay.
Square, circle, arrow.
Ah.
Did not work. Oh, it
Piece of
worked.
Shit.
Oh,
And
Chainsaw.
then-
Chainsaw, man. Hardly even
chainsaw.
know her, man. Hey, give me almond water.
I think you have to cut this with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Guys, there's almond water on the table. Don't want it.
Oh, I want it. Please.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, okay. Wait, am I able to hurt you guys with this?
No.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
I think something hurt him.
Huh? Wait, where'd he go?
I don't know.
I
Guys?
Yeah?
Hello?
Yeah?
Are you alive?
Something
Oh, that's
happened, I
imposter,
twirled
don't
around
listen
and
to
now I'm in the black abyss. I just see blackness. All I see is darkness.
I'm on my way.
Guys, I was
Well,
spinning
go
around
on,
and now I'm
Chainsaw
in
Man.
darkness.
Oh.
Help!
Oh.
Oh.
Help me, guys! Guys! I can't see. I'm
Guys?
scared of the dark.
Did we?
Oh man.
Oh no. Hello?
I don't
Oh,
have
here,
any
okay,
almond
okay.
water.
Oh, Jay!
John!
I don't. Oh, I can't see you.
No.
Oh, there you are. John, come back.
Oh, River.
We got separated.
What the
I guess that was the
We did it.
mission.
Matt?
OJ?
Matt? Hi!
Oh my god, hi. What the fuck happened?
We're in the back rooms. I think we fell. The other two
Space
are
is so
somewhere over
laggy,
here.
holy.
Laggy? It's all the
Yeah,
particles.
the space is really laggy.
It's probably the
Yeah.
particles. The spores. I don't know where the other
Ew.
two went. This is where I spawned. I think they're in the wall behind over here.
I should have continued where I was going.
And abandoned me?
I spawned down there. That was where I spawned.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. So we go this way.
okay.
Hello, guys.
Oh, look, an arrow.
Arrow. That means we totally go there. Follow the arrow.
Oh,
See where
Maddie?
it leads us. Hello?
Daddy! Keep following the arrow.
Me and Ochi are here.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Oh,
Hello.
Yeah, I guess.
hey. Did
Oh,
someone eat
We
almond
followed
water?
the arrow.
Oh, yes. Wait, my
Push the
sanity's not
magic
going down.
word.
Yeah, I guess this is
Oh.
a safe space.
Never mind.
Damn. We're gonna
Dang it!
die.
I was gonna make her bark for it.
Wow, that's crazy.
I don't think foxes make that.
Woof woof.
Oh,
What
true.
does the
What do
fox
foxes?
say?
What does the fox say? Are you guys old enough to know what that is?
That's
You guys old enough?
You
Are
see,
you
chat,
kidding
that
me?
was a clever reference to an old YouTube video called "What Does the Fox Say?"
What did it say?
It just squeaks.
Oh, that's boring.
Ooh, what do these
Pull all the
instructions
levers
say?
and run through a can't follow you.
Ooh,
Run.
I still don't
So
know
it
what
coming
can't
back to
follow you.
me.
So something. Heck? Oh no!
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Oh!
Yeah.
The walkie-talkies used to be functional. That's why I clicked it.
So something's gonna be chasing us, and we have to
Not as laggy.
close the doors.
Oh shit!
Shit!
I slowed down too fast. The song released in 2013.
What the fuck
There's a door there.
They missed
thing-
that
I didn't see
enemy
it,
in the
no.
first level, so
I just
none
saw
of
its
them
eyes
have
from a
seen it
distance. It looked really
before.
tall. I think it murdered
Ugh.
Ochi.
I got
Okay,
you.
I'll use that.
God.
I can't move further from this. I guess these are the safe spots.
Yeah.
I was trying to open the.
Noted.
I didn't vent fast enough. My bad.
Oh, she's dead right there.
That was
Yeah. She tried to get in a vent.
horrifying.
I hate that there's no slide function. The chainsaw
The chainsaw.
for these doors? Or did the chainsaw attract it?
Alright, alright, you guys hide by the vent. Leave room for me. Maddie? Hide at the vent. Leave room for me. Like at the enter, just in case they come.
I want to block it so bad.
If you block it, then you have to be doing this.
Oh, he's still here. That's awkward.
Alright.
Luck.
It's just a storage
like-
room.
I don't like this.
What did you need? No.
I
I
forgot what
guess
they're
we
looking
just have
for.
to keep on trucking. Fuck is
So
that,
funny.
bro?
They've never encountered this.
Oh my god.
I've seen this in the the other Backrooms game. I don't know what it is though.
Is it gone?
It's gone.
Oh,
now.
I see it. No, it's still,
Oh my god.
Oh, it's still there.
But what
Right,
attracts?
so if I ring this walkie-talkie,
Oh, I hear you. Walkie-talkie.
the entity was in the
Uh,
first level, you missed it? Oh, all 3 times?
Oh, alright. It went that way. It went that way.
Yeah. So
Uh,
surely we go this way now.
Now, Ochi, since you're a team player, how do we avoid this?
Oh, I'm going crazy.
I'm gonna go crazy soon. I don't have armor.
You don't think avoid its
Avoid this
path?
path? Alright, you guys stay there while I do this.
I appreciate their staying together because when I was playing this with my friends,
Keep an eye out for
we
you.
all split up because it did genuinely. I think it took us. I think it took us like 2 hours to finish this
What
level.
is it?
I found the radio. There's a vent. I guess there's
Oh, God.
something to go.
Anyone have almond water?
I do, yeah.
I need it. I'm dying.
And low key, I also need it, but here you go.
Oh, I see.
I see trees of green, red
Wait.
roses too. This map's
Is
pretty big.
this-
We gotta act fast. I think we
That's
need to
one of
pull
the-
4
we
levers,
need-
I guess.
Yeah, we need
Is
to
there
pull
Ochi? Is there a timer
Yeah.
on this?
Yeah, there is. It's going up.
There is. There is. Okay. All right. Well, I guess. Oh, I see it.
One of y'all need to stand there. I'll stay
Oh
here.
my god.
Debs,
Well, no, I'm the
Go,
one that
guys.
found
So
it.
we
You have
don't
the
even
chainsaw,
have
the
to
chainsaw.
kill people anymore.
you have the chainsaw.
I can give it to you guys.
Go, 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 go,
But guys, we don't even have our
go.
fourth person. Fuck.
Fuck my life.
It's fine. Good luck, guys.
Fuck my chungus life. I should have taken his fucking flashlight.
Got my flashlight? I can give it to you.
I'm not going all the way back there.
No, 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 no.
Sometimes they're close enough together you can sprint if someone dies.
Okay.
Oh
Sometimes.
man, this would be so much easier with a fourth person in our party.
For real. Imagine dying. Kinda
Ah.
cringe.
Are you kill yourself? Like, maybe I will.
I'm gonna turn the corner.
So,
Kill you.
how are you guys doing?
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Well, while we're
Alive.
spectating while they're
Oh,
doing all
are
of
you
that,
good?
how are
Oh.
y'all doing? Anything
don't see it.
crazy? Anything fun going on? Personally,
Wait, Matt. Oh.
not a lot's been going on for me.
Oh shit.
I'm trying
Oh.
to think. I know it sounds. You know what sounds really good right now?
Oh god.
Mochi cake.
Yeah, Ochi's
I need
chainsaw.
almond water again.
Oh,
Fuck. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Sorry. I'm gonna die very, very soon. How do you... Oh. I see now.
Oh yeah, that is one of the places you have to go to.
Oh, I'm dead now. I am dead. I don't...
3 ads
Unless if I can find-
continuously is crazy. Usually they play for a certain amount of time. I haven't edited the. Hold on, let me see if I can do that right now. If I can fix the ads. Usually Twitch does play a lot of ads. From my experience at least. Let me see. Oh, I'm in the game again.
Guys?
Huh? Oh, hi.
Hey, where are the other two?
Where are you?
I hear them.
Oh, it looks like they're on the other side. I'm gonna run
Okay.
forward.
So you say
Okay,
in
that's
this
one.
one.
Okay.
I'm gonna run
Let's
forward
go.
and I'm gonna try opening as much as I can.
Oh, there's armor.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Do I need to
Oh,
follow me?
oh, the previous doors we opened actually, they stay open. It looks like.
Oh, they stay open.
That's so friendly. Oh, fuck. Qatar Air, Harry Potter audiobook, and Commonwealth Bank ads one after another. So usually, I do have ads set for, I think, a minute 30 seconds because it is it's not, I don't control when they start. What do I have? I have it on the low side for ads, for ad minutes per hour. I've got it pretty low, I'm not gonna lie.
Excuse me?
Oh, hello?
Excuse me? Hello. So Maddie and Jen are on.
Okay, okay.
I think there's another one over.
Ooh. Get that back, queen. I'm trying. If it helps, because if I could do no ads, I would. But oh, did they get all of them? So, with ads, any money that I get is going to be going right back into my stream setup, my model, all of that good stuff. All of the stuff I currently have is pre-made. I would like to eventually get a custom model. It's definitely a luxury. My current model is a luxury, which I am very, very grateful to have. It's so good. I'm really happy with it. I want to save up and I want to get a custom model because it is lacking some pretty solid traits from my actual design. So custom model. Oh shit. I'm so bad at these. Oops. What does that say? Outside? 4-1. Wait. 4-1-5. Fuck! I'm gonna die. But yeah. I'm losing my train of thought. Man.
Oh.
Yeah. My sanity
Well,
died
at least
before I could.
everything's open, right?
Yeah. Yeah, actually,
Where?
everything should be open. Flashlight.
All
Hi,
right,
quarter roll away.
Maddie. There's one right here.
Do we need to do the lever still?
Ye- Oh my god. Any money I make is gonna go right back into my streaming setup and everything,
I'm not dead, but
so I can continue to grow. It's all support, I promise. Okay. Almond water. I should do this. Get in the room, get in the room. Oh. My head gets startled every time a monster appears. Me too. It sounds like
is
he's...
the monster bugged?
Yeah, it sounds like he's stuck.
There's one here.
Okay. Cool. You stay there.
Okay.
Say no more. Coordination. Oh, the gate's not opening. We're so cooked. Okay. Where's the monster? There he is. He's kind of cute. Skinny legend.
Monster.
Yeah.
Monster. Should I feel?
It looks like he gives you a little hug. That's cute. Cool.
Mom. Hello.
Hello. And speedrun this. Okay, we got it. We got it, boys. So far away.
Hello.
Hello.
I think Maddie died, but
Oh,
that's a sacrifice we're willing to make.
yeah. All the important people survived.
Monster.
Hi.
How should
All right. And,
Did you
and
get
I
him
have...
killed or what?
No. I just left.
Oh. I have almond water,
4
guys.
1 5
in case you guys need
3 1 4 4 1 3 5 1 4.
All right.
What's
I
the
can finally
number?
4.
up there.
Okay, I'll do it.
There's no numbers on the buttons. Oh, what? What the fuck?
What a nerd.
How?
So if you go back here,
There's no
fucking
numbers.
nerd.
if you go back here, on the paper it says to look at the things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
why you were
4
looking
1.
at that last time.
Yeah.
Let's get daddle.
We did it, guys. We did it.
Oh right. Well, I'll see if my my sanity resets.
Oh my god.
Ba-ding.
Whoa.
Oh man.
All the important people survive.
Oh.
Where? I'm Ocean. I don't fucking give a shit about my friends.
It wasn't even my
Fucked up
joke.
bad.
I stole that joke from John. Oh, this one.
I said no such thing. Oh,
I'm pretty sure the VOD is still available on my channel of you saying that.
No.
Is the
ooh,
gang all here?
directions. Lock the doors behind you. Guys, I think we should
Oh,
lock the
shit.
doors behind us. Oh, I don't even need that. Fuck.
Lock door behind.
That's stress.
Why can't we just live here?
Oh my god,
guys?
is this phasmophobia?
This looks like Fierce to Fathom, guys.
Give us a sign.
Almond water's up here.
Guys,
Oh, I
it said
see the
lock
lock.
the doors
What the fuck?
behind
The
you.
town authority has an issue. Navigation, please evacuate to the nearest designated
Evacuate.
bugs. Right?
I think we should evacuate.
I don't remember why we needed to lock the doors behind us.
Well, I mean, there
I'm
must be
scared
a reason.
as to why.
This house is probably
Oh,
completely
God.
safe.
Garage. I love how empty this garage is.
Okay, so that door's locked.
What is that noise?
What noise?
I'm looking
The footsteps?
Who's rattling my door?
I'm rattling your door.
Oh.
By the
Wait.
footsteps.
I don't like it. Let me see out the window.
I think there's something inside the house.
Oh.
There is something
No shit.
inside the house. Oh my god, what
This
the
is
fuck
not
is that?
Good shot.
It's
What?
downstairs, guys.
There was something
Leo?
outside the window.
Maddie?
Something was
Maddie?
outside the window.
I'm kind of stuck.
Are you actually?
Oh,
I'm
my
actually
sanity.
stuck in the bathtub. Oh no, I'm good. Wait, so it was outside the
guys.
house?
Yeah, it was like this weird tentacle thing.
That's me, my bad.
It wasn't upstairs. Oh,
You're
you're the
tentacle.
tentacle thing?
Yeah.
You're a
Alright,
tentacle?
Mm-hmm.
I guess we have to go search around other house.
I guess so.
That's...
Hey, this TV, shut the fuck up!
Okay, well make sure to be careful of the tentacle thing. It went behind the house last time I checked.
Excuse me, please.
I wonder if we can explore all the houses.
My sanity.
Nope.
Guys, I'm gonna die. Not like it matters to
Oh, fuck.
Ochi.
What?
I'm gonna die. It's all your
No.
fault.
What? How's it my fault?
Because I'm making
Look.
it your fault. What? Oh, I'm dead now. You get to watch me die now.
Guys.
Yeah.
In this
Oh, I'm
house.
going insane. I need almond juice.
Almond juice.
Here. Drink the, eat this. These actually help with your sanity.
They do?
Actually, wait. I'll die anyways. It's all coming back to me.
That
Wait, where'd
was
the other two
awkward.
go?
They're spawning in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That was weird. I think we should lock doors, guys.
I
Probably.
think we have to lock the doors behind.
I think the
I
map
don't
is all the
think
way at
we
the
should be
back.
entering these people's houses.
I think the map's in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're kind of like breaking and entering.
What is this?
Oh,
Okay.
Tetris. Wow.
So we have to go to
right.
3 houses.
Oh, there's a. Oh, it's just another thing
Looks
of
like
what
this
goes
one.
behind you.
Oh, this is the neighborhood. Okay.
Oh, wait. Wait.
Waiting.
Hello.
Why are we waiting?
Hello. Hello.
Bro.
Oh.
Come here often?
Would you like to
Good.
hear the word of Jesus Christ?
Oh! Ah!
Oh shit. Oh.
Oh. I think you can open the door.
That's why we locked the door, I think.
Probably.
Why are all these doors locked?
Come here, come here, come here, come here.
I'm hiding in the bathroom. I'm scared.
Sorry. I think that's outside.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I see
crazy.
tentacle man outside.
Okay.
Opening the door.
How
Ow!
are you on sanity,
Let
OG?
me out.
Very low.
Here, take this.
Whoa.
The stream must go on.
Thank you.
Die, die, die.
I'll go to the 3rd floor. Oh, it's just an attic.
It's
I
just
will
an
also go
attic,
to
it's
the-
empty.
No.
Yeah.
This house is useless.
Well, we need to be in
This
here.
house is useless.
Oh, we can interact with the computers.
Oh shit!
Please
What the
lead it away.
fuck?
Lead it away from me.
I don't know where it is. It just killed John in the kitchen. I opened the door and Jen exploded. But it didn't see me. I didn't even see it. I think John. Actually, no. John would have died from sanity.
Okay, come on. Oh, bye, Meow. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Hi, buddy.
Oh,
Crazy. Over here.
it saves the house.
Oh, okay.
It saves the houses we go to. It saves the houses we go to.
That's so funny.
It looks like it's
Oh, wait,
down the street.
What are we supposed
Oh,
to do
wait,
with the
somebody
houses?
somebody
So-
else take this almond water.
We can interact with the computers, and that upload something, and I think so we can unlock the gate.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think the next house
Alright,
is
let's
this
split
way.
up and look for clues.
Wait, what are we looking for?
Bro.
My sense of direction is horrible.
The house is this way. Fine sprint.
No.
Is it this house? No, it's the next one. Don't open the door, please.
What's that noise?
Whoa.
What is that noise? What is that noise?
I think it's Rufus
Look.
Mike. It was
Oh.
Rufus.
Oh, don't open that door? My bad.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
I
let's-
just wasn't
let's
sure
try
if it
that
was
way.
right in front of the door.
Oh. Are you saying there's a guy in here?
There might be.
I saw the big looking thing back over there.
Oh yeah, that's my best friend.
Almond water.
Computer.
Oh yay!
Hold on, guys. I'm telling someone to kill themselves and leak.
How'd it go?
Got it. Count bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, cool. Do you remember the last or the next house is? I think it's towards the front.
Is it? I thought it was further down.
Do you want to leave?
No.
Why?
Do we only have to lock the door from the small guy?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
don't think
thought
the
it'd
big
be
guy
back
can get in
here.
the house.
Okay.
But I'm not sure anymore.
Well,
I'm
no,
doubting myself.
don't doubt yourself. Be confident.
You can check.
And doubting myself.
Doubt yourself. You may fail.
See?
How do we know this is the right one, though?
If anything,
You
it'll have
don't.
almond water. Okay. You ran
Hello,
clean
Matthew.
out.
He's in this house. He's in this house. He's in this house. He's in this house.
Oh, he is in that house.
He was upstairs.
There was another one. There was
I'm
another
gonna
one in the
die by
other house,
sanity.
too. Here, here.
Oh,
He's in
there's
here with
one in
me.
every
Take us,
fucking
take us,
house.
take us.
He's in here with me, guys.
We'll help somewhat. He's in the room with you?
He's behind that door.
Uh-oh. I hear the
Oh.
big footsteps.
Oh, there they are. Fuck are you?
Just one more computer. Wait, he's also...
Oops. Hold on. I clicked out. Hold on. Oh. There we go.
Oh. 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 Or a house. Where would I? There is a computer in that room? Okay.
This mic's cutting out so bad.
Oh, I'm going crazy. He's right behind me, isn't he?
Why do you need
Whoa,
almond
hello.
juice? So, there is a sanity bar in this game. I'll
Please go
show
away.
the sanity bar. I'll show it to you after I am no longer dead.
Yeah, anything better to do?
You drink the almond water to help regain your sanity. I don't know the logistics, but it keeps me from exploding to death. So, sexy. Yeah.
your hand, right? They do not. They do. Oh god.
Woo! Okay. Oh. Watch him die from this.
Yeah, I can see that. It's right behind me, isn't it? Oh god.
Oh my god.
Shut up, man.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Yay! You guys are so good at this. Okay, so the sanity is right
Nice.
over here.
We did it.
This starts going down in unsafe
Did
areas.
it.
And you drink the almond water to keep you from dying.
Meg. Restricted area.
Shut up.
Oh!
Shut up,
Meg.
Meg.
What does Meg stand for?
Smegma.
What?
Smegma.
No!
That thing has a research card, like,
Of an accidental contamination event. Whenever you enter the laboratory,
Entity
be sure to
stands
locate
here.
the
This is where I
emergency
stand,
safety shower,
guys.
as it may have been moved to a different area.
what?
In the event of an accidental contamination, instruct the affected person to stand in the middle of the emergency platform on top of the footprints. The platform should automatically close to
Oh.
ensure everyone's safety.
Oh.
Next, make sure the
Oh.
filtering unit contains 4 full bottles of concentrate. If some of the bottles are only partially filled or missing, place a new bottle in its spot. You'll know that the unit is ready
Guys?
when all 4 lights are green.
We
Yeah.
may be cooked.
Now you
Yeah.
can push the emergency shower
Why?
forward
Why?
until it's locked in place and can't be moved anymore. At this
Why?
point, you can rotate the handle on the shower to activate it. The platform should remain closed and
Why?
will automatically open up when the
Oh!
process is complete.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Manually opening the platform can cause harm to the affected person or
Yeah.
others.
Let me out!
Please make sure to clean the equipment
You have to
and
watch the
materials
tutorial.
before leaving.
Oh,
there
yeah.
you
I
go.
didn't get it.
Basically. Yes.
Oh my god, it's the back room.
Guys, my eye is itchy.
Scratch it.
Yo!
That one!
Stay back! Stay back! Ugh.
Oh! Jen, are you still alive? Oh. You can't hit it with the crowbar. It's like Dead by Daylight. Yeah, just like Dead by Daylight. Almonds concentrate. My sanity's not going down. This must be. Oh, the concentrate. The concentrate. I'm locking in. What am I missing? Jesus. Okay. Oh. They got no tingling. Okay, let me put the other almond concentrate in here. I'm missing one, but I don't know where it is. Okay, I was about to say, not in my inventory, I hope. Do you have time to get food? Oh, there it is. Okay. Is teabagging so toxic? How do I start it? Oh! That is some heavy gagging. This is what I got excited about earlier. Because I remembered the lore. There is lore, and the lore is we are some of the entities. And his name is G. Adams. I don't know how to get out. Gadams? Yeah. What do you mean spoilers? You guys experienced it with me. Demand a refund. Shut up. Are you able to take their badge? Oh! Can I take the badge? can. Where does that take me? Maybe it's on something in here. Didn't read my earlier message. No, I missed it. I'm sorry. Oh! No, I can't interact with that. What was your earlier message? You're gay. Shut up! Shut up! Another badge one. Oh. I'm sorry. Do I walk backwards? Obviously. Thanks, John. Maybe it's back here. No. Intelligence frightens you. It frightens me too sometimes. Now I'm just lost and I don't have a way to kill myself. Thought she was pro? No. Not once have I implied that. Ow. You'll get food? Yeah, that's probably smart. Honestly. Hey guys! Hey chat! Hey chat! Any suggestions? Exit. Oh, thanks. Super helpful, actually. What can I interact with? What am I even trying to do? I'm trying to get out. I don't know how to get out of this place. I'm at a little bit of a loss. I picked up the key card, I solved the puzzle, I saved the guy, and now I don't know how to get out. Are you looking at those grippers like that? I wasn't sure if I could interact with anything. Leave me alone. Oh, I didn't see that. What do I do? Huh? Oh.
Yeah, and then there's
Why are the lights red?
I think back outside there's there should be a gate we'll turn.
Okay. Oh, okay. No. I found outside. I'm oriented.
Yay.
It said B. Hello?
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 Okay, because I was seeing. There. Run behind the Meg base and scan the key card.
Oh,
I'm
behind?
assuming this is Meg base?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Behind here.
What just happened? I went back to the previous level. Which is apparently what we were supposed to do.
Like, quote me on that. Or wait, oh, are we supposed to go all the way over there? I think we had to go past over there.
Oh, true. Okay.
Oh.
Wait, but John's
Wait,
not here.
yeah, no. Let's wait for John. Oh, hi, welcome back.
Yeah.
Alright,
Hey.
follow us.
Hi.
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 We got it, bro.
We have to go back out here.
Are you meant to scan the key card?
We do?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we went back to the previous level.
Yeah, but that thing.
A sexy beat.
He looks like a skinned ball.
I don't think that crouching really helps with him.
How do you know what that looks
Sure.
like?
I'll never tell.
Hello, free.
I think she skinned someone's balls, guys.
Oh.
Ew.
Did you guys ever? You know how like some places they give out
badass.
like animal testicles as food? Would you guys ever
Yeah.
try that?
No.
No.
I don't think I would.
Oh, I'm gonna go insane.
Would you eat it if it was
Can
my
we
testicles,
move this
Ripper?
up, guys? My sanity.
I'm not trying to eat. Oh, I'm going insane.
Run!
Oh, this step.
The eye looks kind of hot. It does, doesn't it?
That looked just like a Dead by Daylight
We're all
exit,
about
guys.
to die from insanity.
Actually,
Oh, I'm
I
gonna
am
die.
too.
Die.
My sanity
Oh,
did
God.
not.
Oh wait,
Oh.
I'm in water. I'm a.
Run!
Run? Why are we running?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
This is beyond the
maybe
water.
the juice helps. Maybe the juice helps it.
Those are some.
You're
Heavy
welcome.
drinking
You
noises.
wouldn't have solved it without me.
Gotta try out the Rocky Mountain oysters. Rocky Mountain oysters? Oh.
I think it's
Bull
like
testicles.
I think it's like bull testicles. Yeah. Oh. Oh!
What the?
Bro. Of course it's me.
That's something instead of just going, oh.
Maybe.
Oh.
Rupert's gonna entertain you guys. Wait.
what is that? Who's that?
Okay,
Maybe
Rupert's,
Don't mind him.
Rupert's gonna babysit you guys, and I'll be back. I'll be right back.
A carrot. Almond water.
He's gonna murder us.
Oh.
What's up, chat?
Welcome to another Escape the Backrooms gameplay video where they will be playing Escape the Backroom. Turn on the windmills, the lights will point towards the way out. Then and the thing is, I don't think I over.
Turn on the light. Oh, turn on the windmills. The lights will point towards the way out.
Oh god.
How do we
We're
turn
gonna
on
die.
the windows?
I don't see anything tall.
Have you guys watched the movie The Tall Grass?
I guess we just keep on going until we find.
Just follow to where the windmill is. Surely we don't die.
There's not even a windmill in sight.
You not see one?
Windmill in sight!
Right
I
here.
don't see one.
Over here. Follow my voice. Over here.
Oh. I was blinded by the light. Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm blinded by the lights.
I'm blinded by the light.
What do we do with
I see
this?
another one in the distance.
I turn on.
We have to turn all of them. There's a lot of them.
Oh, you just see the lights and then you go.
Yeah, you go to that. Oh my god, there's a lot of fences.
Oh.
Sounds easy.
I just want a bite of my food.
How'd you know my name was my food?
Whoa. Where are we? Oh
What?
my fucking god. Please don't be a fucking dead end. Oh my god.
Ooh, I'm blinded by the lights.
I don't see you guys anymore.
Yeah, I'm just going back to the first window that we saw.
Oh shit! Fucking Jesus Christ!
You're glad I'm not that guy.
Are you dead? Hello?
Oh man. Chainsaw man. Oh man. Thank you guys. Which one's the one I have to go to? This one? That one. Go this. Oh, or was this the one we were at? That's green, right? No! No! ¡Ayúdame! ¡Socorro! Which direction am I? Okay, I guess I. Fuck. That sucks, man. Myself. I am not being left alone with all that stuff. Thing is, I don't know which ones are supposed to, like, which ones were already turned on and which ones.
Whatever's red, right? That's where we go.
Which ones are red?
Oh, we're back. I was pissing.
I want to. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh no.
Goodbye, Ochi.
It sucked. It sucked. It sucked.
Based.
What a bozo.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it's
okay,
fun.
which ones are red? Is this one
right
red?
here.
What? Hi, I'm back. Oh my god. I'm out of breath. I was running. Where am I? Am I at a checkpoint? I left to get, first of all, to go to the bathroom. I had to pee so fucking bad, it's not even funny. I had been holding it for like the last 4 levels. I was waiting for like a good save spot and it never came. So after I died, I just had to like accept it and leave. 3 Chainsaw Men. I love Chainsaw Man. I like they added in-game. Can I die? Yeah. Do I run to the towers? There we go. What? Oh.
We
I
did
missed it.
I
it!
genuinely don't know
Where
how
Five
Oshi
Nights
survived.
at
I was
Freddy's.
spectating her and just watching chainsaw people just continuously walk past her, not giving 2 shits.
I have no idea. I
What?
left to get a drink and to go to the bathroom. I need to pee so bad.
Maybe the way to avoid them is by standing still. Maybe they think you're a scarecrow.
Oh, maybe.
I
Maybe they're
I was
attracted to
walking, my
sound.
guy wasn't, he didn't even have his chainsaw going. I was just walking and next thing I was just pummeled.
Pummel party?
Pummel party?
Low-key, this place gives me Black Ops
Ooh,
2 Transit vibes.
An
Never seen it.
arcade?
Oh, yeah.
Black Ops 2 Transit? Based.
Can we play
I
any
wanna
of these?
play. Let me play.
I don't think we can
You
interact
want
with
to
these.
play? Let's play. You want to play? Let's play.
Wanna
I
play?
don't enjoy arcades.
What?
They're too
What?
loud.
Oh,
I think it's because she sucks at the games, guys.
Yeah, but that's not why I don't enjoy them.
Adult.
OG, less and less bass
Change.
every
Oh.
minute.
What? They're so loud.
Well, yeah, but the game.
I think if I wore earplugs, it would be okay.
Ochi.
Yeah?
I don't want to diagnose you, but
That's- honestly, it's.
Do you want to finish the sentence?
Guys, someone.
do you
clip
have a
this.
bit of the?
I might.
Wait.
How are we supposed to interact
Does-
with this?
The code should be somewhere around here. The other-
Oh, the code?
Yes. One.
Why do we need a code?
Um,
39?
the code should be somewhere around here.
Is 39 the code? Get out of my way! Let me out! Let me
You
out!
happen to be Jet from Valorant?
What?
Nothing.
What?
Yeah,
Nothing.
from Valor.
I think I was just insulted.
No.
No. I didn't check the door back here. I am saving up for a boom. Oh, I don't want to go through there. I am saving up for a boom arm. That way, every little, like, tap doesn't just resonate through my mic. Are we all American? No. Most of us are American. One of us are an imposter. Take a guess. Best viewers, get out of here. Can't read because I'm American? I'll have you know I'm super literate.
Uh-huh.
Whoa, hello?
Oh! Oh!
You got it?
Oh! Excuse me.
Oh.
He's cooking.
Oh.
Okay, okay.
How did you solve
There
it?
you go.
You're so smart.
Hello,
It was
and
on the-
welcome
it
to
was-
the
it was on the
MEG
tickets.
Civilization.
It's those pattern
Our goal
recognition
with
skills.
This project is to create a safe
Yeah.
and habitable living space for everyone. With private one-bedroom studios and advanced
Oh, let me move this away
safety
from the mic.
devices, you are sure to stay safe
Hey,
within
kids
the
watch
walls
TV?
of this civilization.
Oh, there's a TV?
However, due to the nature of our environment, there are a few safety tips you should always follow to prevent unwanted dangers. The first tip is to always stay aware of no clipping, which is when someone may fall
Oh.
through a floor into a different, often more dangerous level. We've taken the time to mark these areas with yellow tape. Sometimes
bamboozled.
authorized personnel may need to no-clip to other levels in order to fix power outages.
Oh.
When doing so, be sure to always carry a flashlight and pay attention to the traffic lights posted near each area. The red and yellow lights indicate that there's danger nearby and you should wait before entering.
Oh.
The green light indicates that there's currently no danger nearby, but you should always be alert as you will be outside of our civilization. If you're interested in pre-ordering a space in the MEG civilization, please contact your nearest outpost.
Okay.
Level
Last time I played,
3,999.
that was the last level, and there was no way out.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
So what you're saying is we're screwed.
yeah. All of us are clueless at this point. I have no idea what all of this is.
Oh god.
You guys ever realize that the juice bottle is kind of like a bottle?
That the what?
What?
The juice bottles kind of look like piss bottles.
Oh, they definitely do, yeah.
Oh.
I agree. I always considered them like Mountain Dew. Same thing, right?
Yeah, same thing.
Basically, I call Mountain Dew radioactive piss.
See?
I don't think he read the sign.
I love red
I
light,
think
green
he
light.
read the signs.
Oh my god. What's this?
Radioactive.
Can't interact. Okay.
Porta potty. Oh.
Porta
Dude, that
potty.
scared the fuck
Oh,
out.
it's one of the no clipping zones, guys.
Oh.
I think we might have
I'll
to
be
go in
honest,
it.
I wasn't paying attention to the TV.
They don't like the light?
You don't like.
I don't have a flashlight! Wait, were there flashlights for us to pick up?
I think I just.
Doors
This
are
is the one I
locked
just
from
didn't have.
There
below.
were.
I think we gotta go into the no clip.
Oh, here's a map.
Oh, there's a map?
You're here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll go to the first one.
I'll go over here.
Do we need to drop down? Oh. I may be cooked.
Hello. No, we have.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, flashlights!
What was the flashlight?
It scares him away.
Oh, that's what.
Okay. That's not too bad, right?
I thought it would like try to attack us. I just realized.
Uh-huh.
Eddie's by himself.
Oh, shit. Oh, hi!
Oh!
Wait here? Do you have a flashlight?
I don't know, I was just walking. I have a flashlight, I'm holding it.
So for these guys, see?
Yeah.
The flashlights scare him away.
Lights.
I don't remember the map at all. Oh. They're so cute though. They look really soft. Oh shit. Bro, he was supposed to watch my... That's so trippy. That's so trippy. Okay. I was gonna say he was supposed to watch my back. I walked backwards into a no-clip zone by accident. I'm gonna go into go through a different area. Oh wait, let me kill myself. Everybody's dead. Let me kill myself, guys. One sec.
No,
Hi,
don't kill
guys.
yourself.
Okay.
Guys,
Yeah.
I don't mean to scare you, but there's a monster over there.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Monster.
There's no way.
You know, I wouldn't have guessed by the millions of stop signs.
Dude, I did not see the stop signs. I just saw the arrows, and I was like, "Ooh,
There's
let's
no
go there."
way. They're everywhere.
I saw the arrows.
Bro's not the liminal spacer.
Do you think there's a way to? Do you think there's a way to cheese it?
Maybe. You want to
I
try?
don't even think we could open that.
The answer is no.
What if multiple people go at once, and while it's
You're right,
initiating
you know-
animation, the
alright.
other people run? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
you know. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Oh! Stupid.
Wait, it closed on you
that
guys?
works.
That went really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, it closed. It
What a
dropped out.
ripoff.
That's so
that we
fucking
couldn't
funny.
Get past.
What a ripoff.
That was so. Oh shit.
All right.
Oh. Doors are locked from below. It doesn't show where the no clip zones are. I think I got this. You can come with?
I'm looking at the map.
The walkie-talkies work! Matt! Matt, the walkie-talkies work.
Oh,
I think.
I don't have one.
Oh, maybe they don't. I'm gonna flood. Okay, I think the first room's in there. So fuck! God damn it. Man. Wait, are you guys dead? Why can't I interact with this? Okay, I'll kill myself. That's fine. The walls are piss yellow. They're a warm, comforting 90s yellow. Didn't you know?
It
It
wouldn't
was
let
all
me interact
yellow.
with it either. That's why I was trying to leave
Look
the room.
at
And trying
the
to
I think we may need to
stars.
travel in Paris, guys.
Look, we tried.
Nobody went with me!
So you need to find another. You need to find another no clip zone in order to get out of the no clip zone, right? Is that
Huh?
what,
Yeah.
how it worked?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because what I think you have to open up the doors and then you have to interact with.
Does
the panel in
everybody
the
have
upper wall.
flashlights?
So you have to get back.
Yes, I have a flashlight.
How many fucking...
I forgot to grab it.
Okay. Piss yellow, not comforting
Okay.
at all. Wow. Wow. Rude to the interior designer. Okay.
Oh,
Huh?
I think you have to go back to the real world after you open up the door.
Okay.
Because it's the doors for the up here. That's how it's like. It's like you go into Noclidome to unlock the doors.
Oh, that explains it. Okay.
Yeah, and then you have to go back. Because, yeah, I tried interacting with
Where you
number
going?
4 when I got in, and I was like, oh shit, it didn't work, and then I got mimicked.
Mm.
I'm going back to my number 4 door.
I'll go with you.
I'm scared.
Not even. There's no way.
Oh, well, it's on now.
Bro!
Alright, now I guess. Alright, just in case we oh,
Okay.
hey, then I guess we
It
gotta
was
find
red light. Fuck.
the version of that.
I just followed him. Wait, did he also die?
Oh, here. Oh, yeah. This is... Is that green? Fuck, I don't know, man.
I was
Oh, no,
trusting
that is
him.
green.
Oh,
So I'm confused.
I guess if we ever find a door down here, we just have to leave it open.
Maybe. Yeah, probably. Oh,
That's... I think that.
huh?
I think Maddie.
Never trusting my friends again.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I find it.
So to
Yeah,
the
go here.
right.
Great.
3, 2, 1.
They're carrying.
Also, your mic's like chopping up here. I think
Is it?
it was earlier.
Okay, then we go back.
Okay. Wait, we can't. Oh, yeah, we can't solve it here. Right.
Guys.
There. Nice. Okay, okay.
So pro.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Any
Then
more doors?
this is where we jump through. How many do we need?
I don't know.
Oh, this one. Skippity! 5.
That.
Wait,
3.
so... Oh, we don't need to go down here then, because that one works.
Wait. Did we already get this one?
Okay, I
Okay.
gotta jump down here, and then turn left.
Back left.
Why is Santa here?
Wait, this one or
There's
the
new
other one?
Christmas skins. I
Maybe
didn't know we could
go
customize our
there?
skins. I totally would have if I knew. Jen was
I
the
think
only
this
one
one
that
would be
figured it
easier,
out before we
probably.
played. They advertised it and everything. It's pretty bad.
Feliz Navidad.
The beginning of the stream was so scuffed
Oh,
that I didn't
shit.
really care.
Behind us.
Oh yeah, I'll watch the back.
Huh? Oh no, that's an imposter.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Well, we have to stay around here. We have to get the door.
Damn.
There's so many
Well.
of them.
That's the gas
At
mask.
least we know what we're doing now.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, me and Jen knew what we were doing.
Yeah. You guys are basically pro.
I had to explain it to Ochi, but then she dropped.
Oh, wait,
her
it
Noclidome
saves the
and
lights.
Got insta killed.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Shut up,
it's
Matt.
God.
Leave me alone.
Alright, so we just need.
Okay, let's split up into 2 groups and go to 1 each.
Okay.
I'm not going.
We
with
just have to
Ochi.
find out which ones we didn't.
She's gonna blame me for her death again.
No.
Go right, you guys go left.
It was your fault I died last time, though.
No, it wasn't. You
Yeah,
just
it
didn't
was.
check the light. You didn't see it as a red light.
Actually, it is your fault.
I don't remember. Is the door?
Oh, I didn't pay attention to the map.
This is why you're dying.
This is the one.
Okay, it's red.
Okay.
Gotta
Shut
wait
up! Leave me alone.
and not drop in like last time.
I don't think they're
I'm
leaving.
coaching and I can't take responsibility for my own actions.
I'm gonna kill you in your sleep.
Can it fucking go green?
We need to go through a different one.
You need to go to the one that's over here
Oh.
We're being debated.
on the left side. Oh, this is the wrong hallway. Right.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh.
Hello.
Huh?
Ah, yeah, it's here.
Huh?
There's one down
Huh.
this. I don't know. Yeah, down this hallway.
Yeah, this one's
that door.
locked.
Oh.
So we have to
Oh.
open
So
it
you
from down there.
jump down either that one or the other side. Yeah.
This reminds me a lot of our Minecraft.
Whoa. Got it. Ooh.
Also, there is an imposter.
That's where we gotta be fast. Like lightning.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster,
Faster, faster, faster, faster.
On the left, right here. You were
Found
Is it
yeah.
here?
standing.
Fuck.
Oh wait, that's a different one.
God damn
Okay,
it.
okay, okay. No, this
isn't-
one is also another one we have to get.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. That was what we were waiting for.
Oh.
No.
John didn't read the map.
We
But
got
this
the
one
one
won't
that's at the end of the
fucking
long
turn
hallway.
green. This one
So,
won't
I'll go-
fucking turn green.
Wait, why are they following us? What?
Oh,
Oh,
are
they're
we
not.
not supposed to?
Okay. I thought you guys were doing the other one.
I don't know.
You guys suck at this.
Oh, corduroy. I
You
love you,
guys
bud.
stink.
What?
Why won't this fucking turn green?
It's dangerous. What? How dangerous? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Oh, fuck.
Run!
No!
Close the door, close the door, close the door, close. I can't close the door? I can't. Okay. Wait, no, it's supposed to be open. No. Hello? Fuck. 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 Fuck.
I don't have no idea what the puzzle
Fuck.
looks like, so I don't know why he's struggling so much.
Fuck.
Oh!
Fuck. Fuck. What is happening? Hello? Oh. Wait, what? It didn't go green.
It's one of those fucking click ones, like Dead by Daylight.
Am I stupid? What am I supposed to be doing?
Boo!
Press Left click on the green. Oh. Well, I have to redo this. Hold on. Or does it just work? No, my almond water! I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself.
Never kill yourself. Life
Guys,
is
I can't
beautiful.
do this. I can't do this.
Jump.
I can't do this. Oh, I did it. Left click on the green. I'm left clicking on the green and nothing's happening. Do the red. Can you interact with it again? When I interact, the arrow starts going. Stay on the screen while it's moving. Okay.
I wish we could see this from his perspective.
Oh, I'm supposed to left click, not press F.
Bro.
Yeah, Rupert, whatever, bro. So what do I do now? Hello? Hello, hello? This? Oh. Oh! Oh!
Nice.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Ooh.
That was so embarrassing.
I said click on the green.
So funny.
You said left click on the green. I didn't have to click the green. I just had to left click, bro.
That's why left click on the green.
No, they didn't have to click green.
Why did I hear
You just had to left
knocking?
click to do the puzzle.
Yeah, that's why. When the arrow goes on the green, that's when you left click. You don't have to press F.
It's not even green, it's yellow.
Oh, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna worry. It looks green to me.
7, 5, 2.
This guy.
Oh.
Holy
Gosh.
shit, water.
Never
3,
signed up.
7, 5, 2. 3, 7,
Killing
5, 2.
myself. I can't do anything around here.
I'm killing myself.
Oh man.
I'm so edgy.
Wait, what the heck? Wait, I'm gonna drink something and tell me what my back looks like.
Oh, I can't put it back. Okay.
Looks normal.
Reset.
Oh no! Oh
Oh.
god! Ooh! Oh yo!
Oh god. That
Wait, let me show you. Let me show you.
2,
Let me show
3,
you.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah, arch that
5,
back.
2.
Did you do it?
Huh?
Oh.
Oh,
yeah, it's
oh,
open.
I did.
Good job, Ochi.
Thank you. I'm actually so pro. I like this music. I'm trying. Escape the snack rooms. Oh man.
Wait, did you
Did
guys?
you do
Did,
it?
you, did you guys make sure to get a bunch of snacks?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stocked up. Oh.
Oh.
I stocked up too.
I didn't fully stock up though because I thought people were gonna take it.
I didn't see any almond water, so I just didn't take them.
Follow the blue light. I mean, all the snacks give you sanity.
All of them?
I think. I
Yeah.
think so.
Oh, that's new.
The other ones are just slight.
Follow the blue
I
light.
don't see any blue lights, guys.
We need a colorblind person
Maybe
in
we're
here.
all colorblind.
Yeah.
Hey, Rupa, do you see any blue lights?
It's all red.
Oh. No, it's not.
We'll go
It's
back.
all green. I don't know. Did we do
Man, this place
something?
blows.
It's blowing.
I said it blows.
Blowing Milo.
Follow.
No.
Follow.
I want to eat the crunchy rock noises.
Wait, step on it. One per. This
Doesn't do anything.
pressure plate.
Oh, it might be. So
Something
boss?
is
Zero blue
interactable.
lights.
It's
Oh, we
supposed
need
to be a
350
pressure plate.
pounds. We all have to stand on it.
Get over here,
Oh!
Matt.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, it's
Oh, bye,
open.
fat
Oh.
bitches. Oh, hey, guys! Get back on it, you fat fucks!
Whoa.
Damn.
That's crazy. When do you know you've completed the game? When we can't progress any further.
When we escape the back.
When we escape the back rooms. Oh fuck!
What the fuck? 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 What the fuck?
Oh! That fucking scared me! Man. That's
I was
karma,
running
Matt.
down the
Lost all of our
hallway, And then I
goodies.
got into the darkness, and then that thing swallowed me whole.
It's
Yo, dude,
follows?
what now?
Yeah.
I don't think I want to go this time. Just don't run to the end of the hallway. I just followed the hallway and died.
Definitely a pressure plate or a lever or something that keeps us open.
Guys, let me
I
out!
think we have to run now.
Fuck is that
Let me
noise?
out!
Oh wait, we gotta let her.
Guys! Man!
Run! Run!
I'm so sorry, Ochi. I
shit.
thought we were supposed to run ahead.
Follow the blue!
Oh, I love the. Ah!
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is Geology Dash.
Is the right way?
It's a dead end.
Hello.
Oh shit, it's the same spot.
Oh shit, we're here.
That was
Get out of my
so
way!
fucking funny.
Move! 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 Move!
True!
Open it!
That's
That's a fucking.
When single file line. He's cooking. So I think it saves per blue area.
Okay,
Mayhap.
let me press
That was
F. Let me
awkward.
press F.
We
Let me press F.
so fat. We.
No one else press F, okay?
And nobody else press F.
Okay, there you go.
I'm so gonna die.
Fuck these stupid doors. Same. I feel it in my bones. In my balls.
I feel it in my
shit.
balls.
Blue. Oh shit!
Gug.
Ah. Fuck. Okay. I got pretty far. I got pretty far. We got this.
Jesus Christ.
We got this, guys.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god. I don't know where the fuck we're going.
It's right.
Everyone's so locked in.
Oh, I don't have a flashlight. I don't have a flashlight. Are we supposed to have flashlights?
I understand now. I
I'm gonna lose
understand.
my mind.
He understands! He's
I
cooking!
feel like I'm running around like a headless chook.
Oh fuck, I'm running the wrong direction! Every time!
All the doors!
I get so disoriented, man. This place is so disorienting.
I think it's very orienting, but I am... Ah!
Oh my god, the fucking
Left.
doors.
I don't have a flashlight. Oh. I see.
Turn right!
Right? Oh shit.
Fuck! I'm directionally challenged, actually.
Oh, we're still going. Fuck.
Nice! I turned left by accident, but you guys did so
nice.
well.
Horrific.
Oh
I kept
my
dying.
god.
Good job,
yeah.
guys.
I
Ugh,
wish a
I got
chainsaw
chills.
worked for.
You guys did a really good job.
Oh, we're supposed to push.
A, B, C.
Supposed
Which
to
one's
push
which?
something?
How does C have 2 arrows? C's arrows are weird. A, B, C, D, E,
Oh shit. Oh, okay,
bye-bye.
thank God.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
I appreciate that they turned off collision physics for that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh!
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh shit.
Oh. I guess we go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only the up button works.
Oh.
Oh.
TV.
Oh. But we need the TV.
That's someone in there?
Is there?
In the middle one,
Isn't
no?
this the older level?
It looks like it.
No.
I mean,
It looks like we're lower than
that balcony was part of the older level, but like now we're action.
I think that that's below the previous up. Did I think that about that? The fuck?
Be careful of the
It's the
wind.
guy that took you last time.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Be careful of the
Oh,
what?
hey.
The window.
Oh, okay, he's gone now.
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
What's that?
Hey guys. Everything okay? Oh, spider?
Hi. Hi, guys.
If you could call that a spider.
Yes.
Our sanity does lower.
I hate that. Can you please leave my window? I really don't like the way this guy's staring at me. Holy shit!
How close do we think I can get? Maybe not very.
Ew, he's tapping on my window. Can someone please stop this guy? I don't like it.
Hi.
Oh, that is a spider.
Ew.
He's very
Hey.
cute.
Can't push the TV with an item in my hand.
Stop tapping on my window, you fucking bitch.
Oh hell no.
Oh, shit.
Oh my, we have to push it all the way back from there.
I'll look for the next one, I guess. A lot of almond water.
Oh my god, he needs to leave these windows alone.
You don't want him to tickle you?
Oh, another one.
You can bring that back.
Oh god. This is really... I don't like this.
Oh. Little mini heart attack. If I was ever struggling to wake up. They're so pro.
Oh. Eh.
Hello?
How? Hi. I don't really know what to do with the TV.
Okay, so I guess we all have to go back up as a unit. Is Ochi dead?
I heard her. Oh,
okay.
god, my
Alright,
sanity.
come here, come here. Oh wait, your sanity?
My sanity.
Here.
Thank you.
Oh my god,
Alright,
my
here.
back.
I
Ugh.
don't even know if we can fit these fuckers.
My upper back has been
I
so tense. It's not even
We have to
funny.
bring the TVs back there.
It hurts.
Trust. I already put a TP through. We have to go back and forth, back and forth.
Oh.
And
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see. It's so difficult to move these things.
Yeah.
Spa
There you go.
massage day.
Nice.
back.
Okay.
I was gonna book one. I genuinely was gonna book a massage. I like reached out to a parlor and they started responding weird, so I canceled it. And I decided to spend my money on other things because I
There
was
you
like,
go.
okay, well,
Oh, it's
that didn't work
left.
out, so obviously I need to, like,
Interesting.
it just wasn't in the cards. So
Oh.
now I'm just suffering. Just responding weird. Yeah. I don't know. I started talking to her and she was really friendly at first. And I gave her my full availability. All my dates, all like I was very, very clear about like when I was available, what I wanted, blah blah blah. And she told me she didn't have availability till like February and I wanted it sooner, like sooner than that because my back hurts. I work at a desk all day. My upper back
Oh,
hurts.
shit.
So she told me she didn't have anything till February and I was like, well, I'm so sorry, like I should have planned this sooner. Like I need something sooner than that. Or I should have planned it better. I need something sooner than that. And she was like, oh, let me
Shit, I hate
she,
this shit.
I don't
Okay,
know.
okay.
She started using like a lot of ellipses. When responding to me. She used like ellipses and she was like she asked for my availability again. After acknowledging my availability the first time, and she just like was, I don't know, between the ellipses and then her being like, oh yeah, let me see what your availability is again, and then I can
Ellipses.
check. She could scroll
fuck
up
is
a
an
little bit,
ellipse?
you know.
I feel like.
I feel like old people use hella ellipses when typing. She didn't. I never saw her because I have like gone to her before. She never used like a bunch of ellipses before. She was always really friendly. She knows how to text. So it was just no partner to give you a back rub. Bro, I'm in a liminal space.
What the?
It's just me here.
What the fuck?
What? It's
What
just
the
you?
fuck?
Chat. This is delightful, actually.
My eyes.
Is it delightful?
Yo, this water look good.
It does.
My eyes.
People piss in this water, bro.
Are
This
you
water looks
saying you
super
pee in
good.
pools?
He does, and he
No, I'm
fucking
saying-
admitted it.
No, other
No,
people
you
pee in
keep
pools. I
no,
don't.
you keep saying, you keep bringing that up, and it makes
Other
me
people
feel like you pee in pools.
Other people pee in a pool.
No,
Quote.
Other people pee in pools.
How'd you get in?
I really, really feel like
Where's that?
you're covering your ass here. Hold on.
No, you see, no. The only thing I peed in is.
Are there only
is,
3 spots? I'm. Wait.
Oh, Rip Bozo.
Oh, here we go. I can sit in the middle.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in. Okay. I guess I'm in
Then
charge.
good view.
now.
Single as a Pringle? Yeah. Wow, this is beautiful, guys. Wow. Time for a petty. Their massage chairs are quite nice. Here? Wow, that was...
Okay.
That was
Hello?
anticlimactic.
Hello.
We could...
Oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, it just teleports you out of the water.
Okay, I guess the boats are a bit bugged. I can't hear you guys while we're on
Yeah,
it.
you can't
Oh,
hear. on
It
the
teleports you out of the water if you jump in.
I cannot see shit.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I can see things.
Yeah. Is your
What
gamma?
does it look like to everyone else?
You can check my
Check
stream.
the stream.
Yeah. Is the gamma too high?
Because I genuinely can't see. I haven't changed anything.
I don't know.
I'm
Your gamma
checking.
might be
Oh wait,
too
there
high or
must be a
something.
way.
Why does you... No, my game looks so fucked right now as soon as we loaded into this level. I need to, like, screenshot this.
Please do. The textures have changed.
guess
Like,
there's
there
a
are different textures on this one. Oh, do we need to extend the water so we can continue boating?
Yeah, but I think we had to. I think we had to pull it in a. We had to pull them in a specific way.
Mm.
What if we just hit all of them at once?
In a liminal space.
Oi.
Oh, they're $20 machines at Walmart for your back and shoulders. I am always skeptical of the like
No? Okay.
machine massagers. I don't think they're gonna do a whole lot. I don't know. I'll have to check the other liminal spaces for massage chairs, though. I'm serious. Specific order. Is there
There's probably an entity that gives you a massage.
a massage entity? Would be so good. Mom loves it.
Where are we supposed to go?
Maybe. I'll look into them
Putting
because
this in the
I've looked at
stream
those
chat, I
like
just took a picture on my phone.
You took a picture on your phone?
Like, genuinely, I can't see shit. I genuinely cannot see
Wait.
shit.
Bro.
It's in the streaming chat.
Oh, let me see.
What the fuck?
No way.
This level dead to me.
Matt, can I show it on stream?
Oh my... Yeah, please. Holy...
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. This is ridiculous. I have looked into those gun massage like machines or whatever. And I don't know. I think I'm probably just not flexible enough for one of those. I think I'm not flexible enough for one of those. Because it would have to be aimed in a specific way. Hold on, I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna zoom in. You guys are gonna be able to see what he can see on his screen. Look at this! Bro! It's so fucking bright. That's terrible. It's so bad.
You're in the water now.
I'm
man.
back.
Oh, I see a lot. Oh my god.
Oh. Hi guys. Poor Maddie,
so
I know.
You're confused.
You're
Yeah.
confused. Oh, can I just walk down? Oh.
Guys, what are you meant to do?
What if we just kept
I'm
going?
Is
missing
there any
something.
way for me to die?
We can't.
Oh.
Out of this. This is
There you go.
Yay!
what?
I don't know.
What
I
was
turned
it?
one
Yeah, you
over
were just
here. I turned one down here.
Yeah, we just turned all of them on.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh,
Where are
I
you
swear I
guys?
did that.
Where are you guys?
I thought I did that too.
Guys, where are you?
Follow the sound of our voice.
Land me.
Swing
Behind you,
backwards.
behind you, behind
turn,
you.
Yeah, turn around.
Behind
yeah.
behind me.
Swim forward.
Forward. Alright, press
Oh, I
F.
see something.
Press F. Oh, well, I guess.
The gang's all here. This is still. This is delightful.
Guys.
Oh.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Other side.
The game is a little janky.
That's okay. What's down here? Nothing.
Is this what colorblind people see?
No.
No.
It's just red and white.
No.
Not at all.
Crazy.
The fuck? Are all four of us together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only see
Why?
two
Rupert
other
up.
people.
Rupert's up there.
I'm up here.
Rupa's
Oh.
up here.
Then why'd you say yeah when I asked if we were together?
Because we are all together.
Does anyone have a flashlight?
I don't have
Can't
a
see where
flashlight. Probably where the light is.
Probably where the light is.
Are
This
you
is
mocking
the
me?
One fucking
I would
place
never
where
mock
can't
you.
fucking
That's
die.
rude.
I can't see anything. It's all white.
You can't
You
say
opened your
that.
eyes.
I am white.
Oh,
Oh shit! I guess I
Wait.
chose this one.
Hello? What happened? Where am I? Ah,
Is it
can you
fixed
see
now?
now?
oh my god, I can see again. Thank fuck.
I heard something
Holy,
laughing.
that was the worst
don't
pain
jump.
ever. I already jumped.
I don't hear anything.
That must have been the wind.
I never want to go through that again. Does it just lead to
Excuse me?
You're fat.
Excuse
There's
me?
definitely noises going on. Maddie Raps Liminal Space Concert win. True. Whoa! Hi, Bozo. No way! Oh. Oh, hi!
It's okay, OG. I'll keep it distracted.
Oh, thank
hi.
you. Stay safe, brother! Oh, let's trial stats. What does this say? Turn him to fill the tank? There's no more over there. Do I need to go into... Wait, do we need to go to a different one? Oh. Yeah.
This is back here. Jordan Carey. Oh shit. Are there rooms in there I have to go to? Fuck.
Sounds like a panting dog.
No.
Shaped like a tadpole. Hi, guys.
I don't think I
Yeah,
carried.
monster.
There are flashlights here, guys, by the way. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, that would have
It
been very
resets
helpful.
every time. That didn't save our progress.
Oh.
This water wasn't here before.
Chance it took us one time of the
Oh,
year to
then
collab
it does
with
save our progress. My bad.
Oh.
Oh shit! Oh,
Wait.
oh, fine.
Oh, it's
Oh.
safe? There's
Let
a
me just-
shallow end over there.
What if we just bring the monster here and keep it here, so everyone else can go?
True. There he
What
is!
if there's more than one monster?
Santa collab is hella crazy. It's Christmas. Oh fuck, it's following. It's behind me, isn't it?
Monster Chan.
Monster Chan. Oh, I see.
Jones has it.
Oh, there's an underwater area? Weird looking fish. I know, right?
On the dust.
He's kind of ugly. Oh, that's what the animation looks like. No fucking wonder it takes so long.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
It's a clownfish for sure. Yeah. That's definitely a clownfish. Ripper the only one carrying.
What are you doing in that?
I fell in the water when I was looping it, and it went away.
I thought you were like dead.
So are we supposed to be going that way or this way?
That way is just flooded with water. Are you dead, Rupa?
I think
He's
he's
gonna
dead.
respond.
So are we supposed to go through the water?
I went through there. I don't know if
Oh. Okay. Oh shit.
Did we get this one yet? got it. Wahaha.
Sir, can you come back, please? Can you come back, please? I don't think you should go that way. Hello?
I think I just heard a murder.
His fucking floating torso.
What the fuck is in here?
Oh, there's
Oh,
another.
this one's already been done. Right? Yeah. Okay. Well, he's kind of blocking the other one. I know. Is there any in the water?
Waterphobic. This is the first bath he's gotten in 12
No,
years.
I'm just gonna get lost in here again.
ASMR.
Oh, wait, this is the... okay. Please don't be over here, sir.
Oh.
How do I get up? Can I get up? Turn the tank. Can you go up the slide? Yep. I'm confused, Jim. Here? I'm up the starting ladder. Where's... Which one? Middle?
Yeah, I think they lead
Okay.
to the same place. Yay! Look, we
Yeah,
did it!
Oh no, I don't want to be in this room anymore. It's back to being
Yeah.
fucking bullshit.
Come on, brother!
Now the water's filled up. Now the water's
It's
filled up.
open,
That's
it's
why.
open.
Whoa!
Where? Guys, I'm blind.
Over here. Over here.
Okay.
Over here. The fuck?
It's me, Goku.
Hey, it's me. Go.
Hey guys, I can't see.
Press F.
Oop.
Oh wait, no, I accidentally got up.
I did not
Get,
want
get
to.
back on.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, wait, get off, get off. Right,
You do not want me in the driving seat, guys. You do not
Exactly,
want me in the
okay.
driving seat.
There we go. Sit down!
Um,
Animations over here are crazy. Rupert? Hey, Rupert?
Bozo. Mochi, is this you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I guess we have to do this without them.
Man.
Ow!
Yeah, just stay there. Just stay there.
We need to fill the bottom? The reservoir?
I guess so.
It feels so tall up here.
Hey, Mochi, are you over there?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, where are you? Oh, you're over here.
Hi.
I think we have to turn them at the same time.
Okay, I'll go back. Ready? Yeah.
Oh, welcome back.
Too cool.
Alright, press F.
Hold on, guys. I gotta find it. I gotta find the boat.
I think he's on.
Whoa! Hi, Clenchie! Welcome in! We're playing the Backrooms. Really going. We're leaving, John! Rupert? Are we not able to hear them on the boat? Bye, John. Man.
Guess we did. Oh, you're right.
Streamer's got a whole zoo in her chat. Yeah. Got the whole zoo. Oh, there's an upstairs. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
I found the exit, but I don't think they're gonna be able to leave because they're both stuck.
Oh, man.
Shit.
Yeah, now. Now we're just kind of permanently doing this, huh? Maybe this is a good time to stop. I don't think we're able to hear. I'm gonna turn them up. Yeah, riveting gameplay. I know. I think we're just kind of stuck here. Hello?
Anytime
Oh.
now.
We may be cooked.
Anytime.
We'll try again.
I'm back.
Whoa!
What a bunch of bozos.
You guys left us.
Well, one of you guys is blind and the other one was handicapped. What are we supposed to do?
Are you allowed to say that?
I mean,
it was.
I don't see why not.
Okay, round 2. It's only 2 a.m. Wow.
Okay, at least they've.
Fuck off!
Get in the
Should we
boat.
just stop here then?
I don't mind stopping here. If
We can stop
I need
here.
to get
This
out of
thing is
this.
broken. Okay.
Yeah, we can stop here.
Outro Mochi right now.
My friend is.
Outro?
yelling at me anyway.
Thank you everybody so much for
Yes.
coming. Only 2 a.m. I'm tired as shit.
I still can't see.
GG's guys, you made so much progress.
Whoa, we did make a lot of progress. Thank you so much for coming, everybody.
GGs.
Blah blah blah. Markiplier outro. I will see you in the next video.
Yeah, make sure to catch
They're all
our stream
fetched.
next week. At the... Alright, bye.
The
Thank you
exact
for
same time.
coming!
Next time is gonna be 2 hours late.
Bye.